And this special report is being brought to you by... Strong weather in Middle Tennessee has caused thousands of dollars in damages. When your roof is damaged, don't mess around with it. Call a professional. Jewel Roofing and Gutters. Don't get caught out in the cold like this little fella. After all, your property is one of your top investments, so leave it in the hands of a professional. Jewel Roofing and Gutters. See a link to our Facebook page below this video. Well, Robertson County, it looks like things are finally improving on our roadways. This is how Memorial Boulevard in Springfield looked yesterday, and here's how it looks today. So clearly we are heading in the right direction. In our tour today, Smokey discovered that if you stay on the main roads, you're in pretty good shape, but the minute you decide to travel on the back roads, you could get yourself into trouble. And that is exactly what happened to us. We got ourselves stuck in the snow, and if it wasn't for a young man that came and helped us out, we'd probably still be sitting there. But it is very slick. It's not deep. It's just very slick. Smokey caught up with R.L Douglas, the Emergency Management Director for Robertson County. He did his best to try to predict what's going to happen to our roadways over the next couple of days. He's been living the storm round the clock since it started. I did a little surveying the roads myself. I know you're constantly, living this whole nightmare. You've probably gotten 3 hours of sleep in the last 3 days or so. We're getting a lot of requests. What are the general conditions of the roads today?
Today, this morning, they were actually worse than they were yesterday. Yesterday morning, we had a thin layer of snow on top of the ice, and folks could get a little bit of traction. Of course, Tennessee Emergency Management, Robertson, everybody, Tennessee Department of Safety, everyone was asking everyone to stay at home and not get out on the road. So it made a big difference because not a lot of folks was out there. It was giving us and TDOT the opportunity to do what we needed to do to protect what citizens that was on the road. This morning was a whole different ball game. Some of the folks thought, well, we can probably make it. They got out on the road, but everything had melted. The snow had gone, and now you was on a solid sheet of ice. So we actually encountered more vehicular crashes this morning than we did yesterday. As the day wore on and TDOT was able to get more salt down and do more blading of the roads, the main roads are in very decent shape tonight. There's a slick spot here and there, but mainly they're in great shape. When you get off on the secondary roads, you cannot use enough caution because they are extremely hazardous. And I mean, there's a solid sheet of ice. You have nothing to bite to whatsoever till you get in the ditch. Robertson County does not purchase any salt. What they use is a dust off of the rock, and then they put a fine gravel substance down. It's not substance, it is fine gravel down on the road for folks to get traction. But Robertson County does not purchase any salt, so we didn't run out. We just never had any in the beginning.
So that's weird. So all those trucks we see driving along with those funny little spinning wheels spreading that stuff out, that's not salt?
That is salt, but that belongs to the Tennessee Department of Transportation. That's your TDOT trucks, and they cover all of the state routes. They don't cover any county roads. They just cover state highways, and they're going to concentrate mainly right out of the chute on the interstates because that's the majority of the traffic, and then they work their way in. They had folks from TDOT trucks from down south that came up to assist them as a resource for them today to help them blade the state highways. But like I said, it's the back roads and in subdivisions, things like that. You have to get out there and slide in the ditch to imagine how slick it is, because it really is slick out there and hazardous.
So if you're out in the county and you've been waiting to go buy your groceries, how much longer should you wait it out before coming into town?
Hopefully tomorrow it's going to get well above freezing. Hopefully we're going to have a little more sunshine. We got very little of that today, but maybe an hour or two. So tomorrow we're supposed to get more sunshine. So I'd say by tomorrow afternoon at 2 or 3 o'clock, it should be okay. Not a lot of our roads get the sunshine, but with the temp getting up as high as it is and going to tomorrow, they'll probably be okay.
And so what's your guess on when we'll be completely through with this whole mess?
Friday. I doubt that there'll be, and this is no guarantee because this is not my call, but I know in talking to Mr. Davis today, and his main concern is getting the students to and from school without any instances happen. School is off again tomorrow, and it wouldn't surprise me for school to be off Thursday. I know everybody go, well, 41 highway looks really, good, but The buses travel some back roads that's unbelievable in Robertson County. So, and they have to pick the students up, and we don't want a bus going off the road and being involved in a crash.
I noticed the mail delivery trucks were running chains on their tires.
Change, yes sir, sure are. The mail must go through, and they've done an excellent job too.
Well, there you have it, Robertson County. According to the director, if you've been holding off buying your bread and milk, then perhaps tomorrow afternoon you might be able to squeeze out and get some of that shopping done. You'll, of course, want to use your best judgment, but we'll do our best to try to give you a road conditions report tomorrow morning. But let's cross our fingers and hope that by Friday, as the director says, this nightmare will all be behind us. This has been Jim Ball reporting for Smoky Barn News.
Get away for lunch in the quaint atmosphere of Burdett's Tea Shop. Nestled in the middle of historic downtown Springfield, enjoy signature sandwiches and freshly made soups and delectable desserts. And then shop an array of gift selections like serving pieces, aprons, books, jewelry, and wonderful seasonal whimsies. We're easy to find in Springfield on the corner of 7th Avenue and Main Street. We're open Monday through Saturday, 11 to 2:30. For more information, see a link to our Facebook page below this video.